I'm a postdoctoral researcher with the Schools of Geosciences and History and Philosophy of Science. My research is looking at Indigenous knowledges and how we can get those, share those knowledges in a way that we can form better methodologies for coastal management. So listening to elders, listening to their stories, and then bringing that to a modern context of coastal management. The name of my part of the theatre production is called The Humble Oyster. For me, the humble oyster is because it's such a small, unassuming sort of organism, and yet it does so much for the environment. Shellfish is a huge resource for Aboriginal people, but as well as huge bioindicators, as well as environmental factors. Oysters are extremely efficient at cleaning organisms and cleaning water columns. And so making sure that they're healthy and they're reproducing and cultivating and harvesting being properly, then we'll get much cleaner environments. My love of the environment just in generally comes from my father. Like, I grew up on 100 acres. He taught us a lot about the resources that we had on our property, as well as practices in which to cultivate and harvest that properly, and also to rejuvenate that. I also would like people to understand that Indigenous knowledges have a lot of information that can be put towards the environment. For so many people in communities and cultures, they respect their elders, and for me, that's a lot of what I'm trying to do as well. Well, I think it would be quite obvious between science and theatre that there is a difference between structure and non-structure, and I think that creative side has probably been the hardest part for me. Art's very open. Science can learn to be more open. It's exciting in a way because it's touching a lot more people than what I would generally have the breadth of being able to communicate with. My dad always said, if you know something well enough, you should be able to explain it to anyone. And so I hope that this has helped me in that.